Well, good morning. We're out here north of Moab, Utah today, headed out through Gemini Bridges, going to make a loop and come back through Long Canyon. Gemini Bridges Road is 13 miles point to point here from 191 over to the road that goes into Canyonlands National Park. And it's just a short jaunt on down by Dead Horse over to the Long Canyon Road, and then bring you back 15 miles back on Long Canyon Road down to Potash Rd. There's an additional 13 miles of pavement there on Potash Rd back to 191. So overall, depending on where you start and where you end, I guess, how you make your connection, you're going to probably be around 50 miles or 80 kilometers or so, give or take. It's a fairly easy route. So we've made it to the short hike out to Gemini Bridges. Used to be able to drive on out there, but they've since closed that due to damage to the vegetation and landscape. It's a few hundred yards down there to hike. Should take about 10 minutes or so, is all one way. And this is Gemini Bridges. It's a long ways down. You definitely don't want to trip on anything here. You can access the lower side by heading up through Bull Canyon. There's a trail that goes up through there, a four-wheel drive trail. And I think you have to hike the last little bit of that as well. If you want to get the best view of the bridges, just walk past it a little ways on around the south side of it. If you look down there in the bottom, you can see that hiking trail that comes up from the Bull Canyon Road, I believe it is. There's actually a set of two bridges here, separated by a precarious little gap. Actually, that gap's probably about 6 feet wide. Well, that was Gemini Bridges. We're going to continue on over to the highway that heads into Canyonlands. We're about 9 miles or 14.5 kilometers from Highway 191 over there by Moab. And we're going to be about 5.5 miles, or about 9 kilometers over to Highway 313 there near Canyonlands. Pretty soon after leaving Gemini Bridges, you're going to come to a T intersection. It could be a little confusing because the signage tells you where you came from, and it tells you to the left is Cripps Hole, Four Arches Trail, which I believe goes down there and dead ends at what is a Boy Scout camp. Stay to the right, continue to the north-northwest to stay on Gemini Bridges Road. Continuing west from Gemini Bridges, the road improves considerably. Not that it was particularly bad, but it's just a basic gravel road. From here on over to Highway 313, dumps you out just north of Canyonlands Island in the Sky District and Deadhurst Point State Park. If you're wanting to visit Gemini Bridges in a passenger car, you might consider coming in from this direction, as the road is better than coming in from Highway 191 near Moab. Gemini Bridges Road accesses several hiking and biking trails, several bicyclists on Gemini Bridges Road itself, so you'll want to keep an eye out for those. We're here at Highway 313. Right or north would take you back to Moab. Left or south will take you towards Deadhurst Point State Park and Canyonlands Island in the Sky District. After a short run down the pavement here, you'll take a left to stay on 313 towards Deadhurst Point State Park. Continuing on straight would take you down on into Canyonlands. It's about 5 miles or so, I think, or about 9 kilometers down there to the entrance for Canyonlands. And we'll be just a short bit over here on this, and we'll continue on the Long Canyon route. That's going to be about 15 miles back over to Potash Road. After you drive down here towards Deadhurst Point State Park just a little ways, you're going to merge off onto the gravel here right at the curve. There's no sign for this road, so you just got to know where you're going, I guess. It's Long Canyon Road, I believe is what it's called. It might have a number designation, 135 maybe, but again, there's no signage for it. So the first part of this is just a pretty basic road, but pretty quickly you'll start to get into a little rougher territory. Right before you get there, though, you come to this really nice overlook area. Worth stopping and having a look. Awesome view of the LaSalle Mountains over there and some cool looking fins. The road damage sign, that's pretty comical. I think that's just standard procedure for this road. I don't know why they would even put that up. And here we come through the rock section. A little squirrely there. Continuing on down Long Canyon Road, the rock you pass under there, that's really about the only obstacle. I think most SUVs would be fine through there unless you happen to have a really tall vehicle or stuff on the roof. You might look into that if you're driving a larger vehicle. I don't think you'd want to try to get through there with like a pickup camper, for instance. I don't think that would fit, but check your dimensions. I'm not sure what the dimensions are of the rock exactly. It depends on how you drive through it too, but beyond that, it just goes downhill, a dirt road, downhill with switchbacks. Not much to it really, nothing particularly technical. Just continues on down through the canyon here. It does get narrower in a few spots. If you're driving a larger vehicle, you have to watch out for meat and stuff as well, but other than that, it's pretty simple. That brings us to Highway 279 here, commonly called Potash Road. Take a left here about 13 miles or 21 kilometers back over to Highway 191, there just north of Moab, just south of Arches National Park. If you took a right there, that would take you past the potash plant and over to the Schaefer Trail and White Rim Road. course, you can't drive White Rim Road without a permit, but you can go on up Schaefer Trail from there, which will dump you out right at Canyonlands National Park. Continuing east here on Potash Road back towards Moab, it's a pretty scenic drive itself. You have the sheer rock walls to the north, the Colorado River to the south, some campgrounds along this route as well. The area is popular with rock climbers. If you're looking to stretch your legs a little, there's a nice opportunity for a hike here up to Corona Arch. It's about 2.5 miles round trip with about 500 feet of elevation gain, rated as moderate. It's a nice hike back to a really cool arch. Definitely recommended. I've done it before. And that brings us back to Highway 191. To your left, about 1 mile, would be the entrance to Arches National Park. Of course, if it's the summer, you'll need a timed entry permit to get in there. To your right, it's about 2 miles to the north edge of Moab. Going to run in and grab some groceries. I hope you enjoyed the look at this scenic route. Should be suitable for most vehicles, I think. I hope a lot of people can find some usefulness out of this. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button to let me know. If you have any comments, leave those in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of my upcoming adventure videos. Thanks and have a good day.